Welcome to Kick's Basics of Profiling Level 2. This video will focus on how to run a reflow profile with your KIC profiler in Datalogger mode. This video will show how to properly set up your Kick profiler to collect a simple thermal profile from your process. After completing this video, you should be able to connect your Kick profiler to the Kick PC via USB, configure and understand the different fields under Settings, check your profiler status using the Hardware tab under Settings, configure your oven using the Machine Configuration tab under Settings, run a data log profile, and identify if your profile is in or out of spec. To collect a profile in Datalogger mode, first connect the supplied USB cable from the PC to your Kick profiler, as shown in this video. Next, connect the thermocouples from the profiling board, shown in the Basics of Profiling Level 1 video, to the Kick profiler, as shown here. Start by connecting the RTC, as shown here. To ensure the accuracy of the system and a successful profile, it is critical that the air thermocouple be connected to channel 1/air. Please proceed by connecting all the remaining thermocouples. The order is not critical for the purposes of this training video. Now that the thermocouples are connected to the profiler, the next step is to start the TAS software, go to Settings, and verify the configuration. From the dashboard in the TAS software, left mouse click on the Settings button in the menu bar as shown here. Please note the menu items toward the top of the screen: Hardware, Display, Machine Configuration, and Features/Options. Please review all the configurations shown in this video and verify if they are correct for your system and process. In this training video, we assume all settings have been previously configured. You can learn more about settings and how to correctly configure the TAS software for reflow as well as other thermal applications in additional Kick training videos. Under the Profiling Hardware section, confirm the profiler's connection to the PC and that it is in Datalogger mode. Ensure all readings are valid and there are no hardware alerts. Please note, if you have a smart dock and you want to run it in transmitter mode, you can learn more about this in additional Kick training videos. Finally, click on the Save button when done to save any changes you might have made. Earlier in the settings segment of this training video, we assumed that the TAS software was pre-configured for most upper-level settings. However, in this Level 2 training, we will cover the machine configuration. In order to run a profile, you must first create and configure a machine in the TAS software. To do this, you must click on the Machine Configuration tab as shown here. You may see a product in data search that was not previously used or configured in the copy of TAS software you are using, in which case you will be prompted to configure an oven for this product. Once in the Machine Configuration menu selection, you will see Selection/Entry for machine name and machine type. You can keep the machine name if one is present in the field, or you can enter a new one. Once you have identified a new machine name, go to the Machine Type field and use the drop-down menu to select a type. Based on your selection, additional fields will appear for entering the machine configuration. In this example, we will be creating a new reflow oven. Below the Machine Type field, you will now see drop-down fields for heated and cooling zones. Please enter the number of zones that best matches your oven. On the right side of the screen, you will see a new section called Zones. At the very top of this section, you will see a checkbox titled All Zone Lengths are the same. Normally, all zone lengths are not the same. In this video, we will discuss how to correctly measure the zone lengths, so do not check this box until we have determined what the lengths of the zone are. Below the All Zone Lengths the same checkbox are fields indicating the amount of heating and cooling zone and what the length and temperature settings are for each zone. The temperature settings indicate the oven minimum and maximum setpoint capability, and lengths can be entered once you know how to correctly measure them. The units of measure can be edited under the Display menu selection. When measuring the lengths of different zones, it's important to account for the gaps between them. If your oven has gaps between zones, add half of each gap to the adjacent zones. In the examples shown here, the first one demonstrates incorrect zone dimensions. The second example shows how to properly measure the zones and correctly apply the gaps between them. Now that you have correctly measured your zone lengths, you can enter the correct values in the zone length field as shown here and apply your changes by left mouse clicking on Apply, or save your changes and return to the dashboard. After confirming the data and settings, go to Run, as shown here. When accessing the Run function, you will see menu selections and entries necessary to run a profile. Toward the top of the screen, you will see entries for product name, process window, application, and oven name. Please confirm that the correct value for each of these entries are set correctly, or use the pull-down menu for each to choose the correct setting. For product name, you can also type in a new name. The process window, application, and oven name areas are strictly drop-down lists for choosing a selection for the profile that is going to be run. To the right of those menu items, there are Tutorial and Start Profile buttons. The Tutorial button will show you examples of how to prepare the product for profiling depending on the application chosen. The Start Profile button will only become active once all criteria are met to start the profile. Beneath the menu selections, you will see the machine setpoint area. Here you will enter or confirm the conveyor and zone temperature setpoints that match the actual machine recipe setpoints that will be used during the profile. Below and to the left of the machine setpoints, you will find the thermocouple selections. Here you can select the number of thermocouples you will use for your profile and add labels. In the bottom left corner, you will find the details and configuration menus. These areas will allow you to quickly check the profiler status and or configure your profiling hardware for different requirements. You will learn more about this feature in a separate lesson. To the right of the details and configuration menus, you will see the profile description area. Here you can enter free-form text related to the profile you are running. It will automatically be saved when the profile is run, or can be edited or appended after a profile has been completed. Confirm that you are seeing live readings from all the thermocouples attached. If you choose to add labels to your TCs, please check the Include Thermocouple Labels box above the TC selection and proceed accordingly. In case you don't know which thermocouple is connected to which channel, you can always put your finger on top of a TC and see the temperature rise in the software. This will allow you to locate which channel the TC is attached to and label it. Please also check your profiler internal temperature and battery voltage below the TC selection. If no errors are detected, the Start Profile button will activate. Left mouse click on the Start Profile button to start the profile. An additional window will display asking you to confirm that the oven temperatures are stabilized and within 2 degrees of the oven set points. If true, left mouse click Yes to continue. If not, left mouse click No, and please follow the instructions on screen to correctly start the profile. Please monitor the oven for the profile board and profiler to exit. Please ensure you have the correct safety equipment to remove the profile board. Once the profile board and profiler have exited the oven, please carry it back to the Kick PC. Once you have removed the profiler from the shield and plugged in the USB cable, observe the dialog in the lower left corner of the profile graph as shown in this example. You may observe the status of the profile as it completes the data transfer process. With the completed profile graph displayed, verify if your profile is in or out of process specifications. To do this, use the PWI values to quantify the performance of the thermal profile based on the process window specifications. In the lower left corner of the profile graph screen, you will see a PWI value for this profile, as shown here. If the value is less than 100, the PWI value will be displayed in green, indicating all profile results are within the process window specification limits. If this value is displayed in red, one or more of the PWI values are above 100% and the profile results are outside the process window specification limits. If the process results are outside of the process window limits, you can choose to optimize. With the Kick profiling software, you can identify with a single value if you are in or out of your process specification limits. To learn more about optimizing your profile, see Training Video Basics of Profiling Level 3. This concludes our Level 2 video on how to run a Datalogger profile. You now know how to connect your profiler, configure the software, check for communication, and perform basic troubleshooting using the settings menu. Set up and run a profile in Datalogger mode. You can now identify whether a process is in or out of spec, and you're ready to move on to the next level in this series. Thank you for watching this Kick training video, and don't miss Level 3 in the Basics of Profiling series. Please also visit the Kick website at www.kickthermal.com to learn more about our products.